mother's guilt turned into the control that ruined my future. The dean lifted the report and said my name like a sentence. 2 chairs away, my mother gripped her purse until the zipper cracked. The committee confirmed that the email voluntarily resigning from my scholarship had come from my account, with medical reports describing panic attacks. I hadn't written it. The psychiatrist's signature was real and old, back from when I was 15, and the car my father died in flipped twice in front of me. Since then, my mother had turned her guilt into a lock that carried my name. It started with double keys and curfews. Then came shared passwords, a tracker in my car, and a life plan taped to the thread. Local university, job nearby, no moving out. I nodded so I wouldn't see her fall apart. In secret, I built a portfolio, gathered letters, and saved enough to study architecture in Madrid. The night the admission email arrived, the Wi-Fi sailed. The next day, my inbox was empty. A filter had redirected everything to an unknown account. My mother cried when I showed it to her and said she only wanted to delete pictures with Diego. I swallowed my anger. 2 weeks later, he stopped replying because he'd received messages from my number saying I wasn't leaving and that he'd just been a whim. He half believed it and stepped back. Then came the letter from the bank. My savings had been withdrawn from medical expenses. When I confronted her, she showed me appointments and tests in my name that I didn't remember. With those, she built a case the committee read as proof that I wasn't ready. With those, she shut down my escape. Months later, Diego rang the bell, but didn't step past the threshold. He handed me a folder. The metadata from the resignation email, home IP, sent at 3:12 a.m. from her laptop. He had investigated because my silence sounded rehearsed. After he left, I searched the house. In the closet, I found a shoebox labeled Medication Insurance University. Inside were my passport, a removed SIM card, and a handwritten plan with dates and calls. I didn't report it immediately. I requested an audit at the hospital and found her name listed as my representative, along with my father's doctor friend with notes describing crises I never had. I printed headers, router logs, and account statements. I presented everything to the committee. We went in together. She whispered for me not to worry. When the lawyer read the timeline, my mother exhaled as if pushing a door open. There was a recess and the hallway. The doctor avoided my eye. The lawyer said they could reinstate my scholarship next term if I withdrew the resignation with a formal statement and secured my digital accounts. I nodded. We returned. My mother handed back my documents, signed a restriction preventing her from accessing my accounts, and agreed to repay the money. There were no hugs. That night, I packed the blueprints, notebooks, and the glass my father had used to teach me how to draw perfect circles. I moved in with my aunt. In the days that followed, I changed password, number, and email. I stored the evidence folder at the bottom of my backpack. On Friday at 8:04, the reinstatement message arrived. I didn't scream. I went to the bus terminal with the letter printed. As the engine started, I received a text from my mother that she'd done it out of love, that the world would devour me. I put the phone away without replying. The light stretched into lines. In Artoja, residents in a shared desk would be waiting. As the bus hit the highway, I touched my new key. It weighed less than the collar of guilt that she had hung on me for years, just enough to open, at last, the door she had closed for me.